Welcome back to our three-part growth code, how to crack the Inc. 500 series right here on 10-Minute Tech Talks, where me, Jonathan Kirsting from the Pittsburgh Tech Council and Tech Vibe, I've been talking with Dan Desko, the founder of Echelon Risk Cyber. And in part one, Dan talked about building a client-centric company. Now we move into the people side of the growth equation. Dan explains why Echelon looks for people with personality, why he does not want clones, and why strong teams need enough trust to have hard conversations before small issues become 5-alarm dumpster orchestras. Dan's got the most amazing insights here. This has come from a guy who literally cracked the Inc. 5000 at number 433. Keep on listening for his insights on people. And what I find interesting is with this team, it comes to your next point, which your teamwork comes to this point is you got to have the right people. And what I love is you talk about people with personality. What does that mean exactly when you say you want people with personality?
We want people like Jonathan Kirsting.
Oh my God, I feel honored. Oh, there we go. Keep talking.
Yeah. Do people pass can I sit on a plane from Pittsburgh to San Francisco next to this person for 5 hours,
Oh
right?
my God. That's a cool way to look at it. I'm going to use that.
Right. Somebody that can hold a conversation that is interesting in other ways other than the depth of knowledge in cybersecurity.
Gotcha.
Someone that we would like to work with and, has some charisma and has something about them that makes them interesting.
I like it.
Right.
It makes so much sense because I feel like when you have a tight team that's got this unified fight, I mean, you got to have people that got each other's backs.
Totally.
They're not in just to punch the clock. It's someone you want to drink beer with after work, right?
Yeah, and we don't want clones. Like, I'm very
Right.
cognizant
Yeah.
of, I don't want to just hire people that are like me, and I don't want people to hire people that are like them.
Gotcha.
We do not want clones, and we talk about that a lot. We remain cognizant of that fact.
Okay.
That's a typical bias. People like to hire people that are like them.
Yeah, 'cause I'm great, man.
Yeah, good. I'm the best.
I want someone just like me doing this job.
Right. We're always
So what I'm curious about is as you look for personality, I guess a lot of times you're not necessarily just hiring just for what's on their resume then, right? You see the potential in somebody.
Yeah.
They may not have that exact skill set that solves this job, but
yeah.
they'd be great for the team and they could be brought up to speed in certain areas, but then bring something else new as well too, right?
Yeah, and the personality could be a lot of different things, right? One of our former great colleagues had and still has a hot sauce company.
Okay.
Right. And that was,
Nice.
that was so cool. And he, had personality in spades. Right. So it could be like a side hustle or gig like that.
Gotcha.
We just hired a new senior engineer recently that has a business called Curry Cups. He makes these curry cups, right? That's cool. Like,
I love the fact that people have these outside interests, so their passions are being stoked on all sides.
yeah, no doubt. And these are things that don't conflict with the work and
Right.
gives them an outlet to do something different
100%.
in their personal lives. And I find that interesting, right? We want to work with interesting people. Our clients want to work with interesting people.
Absolutely.
It makes things just more fun.
Yeah, all the way around. I love the way you're building it. As I go through these points, I kind of see how they all really flow together. You're really sitting back and thinking about this when you had that couple days before you got things rolling.
Definitely was.
Yeah,
for sure.
And so, the idea when you have a team like this that's well integrated, that's obviously thinking of the client first. When issues come up, because I would just say that your business has to be the most issue-prone business out. I mean, just before we hit record on this, your phone's ringing.
Yeah.
And you're getting ready to stamp out a fire.
Yeah.
But the idea is you face issues head on. And that can be tough sometimes. I'm one of those, I like to avoid conflict. So
Yeah.
that cannot be your role. You have to be able to hit it head on and acknowledge and find the solution and move forward, right?
So I'm a big fan of Patrick Lencioni and a lot of his books, and he writes these business fables and just talks about how important trust is in a team.
Yeah.
And there's a great book, 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, that he has. And there's this pyramid of trust, right? And organizations that have a low level of trust, they stay in the surface area. They stay in the, I'm afraid to share my opinion because of potential retribution or
Exactly. Right.
politics or,
100%.
I've been in those situations, right, where so many people are scared to say what they actually think or feel in order to advance the business because they're afraid of politics. And that just shows a lack of trust. And so I think facing issues head on means that we get to a point with our colleagues where we could trust them and trust that they will understand our opinions and understand our points of view
Love that.
and be able to have dialogue and conflict that is productive
Yeah.
and not be afraid to do that.
It seems easier said than done because we want to say that, but man,
It is.
executing on that is so tough because people and emotions and personalities, and it's tough. Obviously, you've managed to be able to do that quite well. I mean, you couldn't have achieved the success you've had so far without being able to do that. Is there something in particular that allows you to do that? Like, how do you pull that band?
It's really simple.
Yeah.
The leader has to model the way always.
Okay.
And I look for now all the leaders in our firm to model the way.
That clip gets right into the marrow of company culture. Dan is not talking about ping pong tables or slogans. He's talking about hiring people who actually want in the fight, who build trust across the team, and make sure leaders model the behavior they expect from everyone else. In our final episode of Growth Code, Dan brings the cowbell. He explains the idea of turning pro and shows how Echelon keeps its culture alive as a remote-first company. Please join me for the next one and learn so much, especially if you might be wanting to learn how to crack that old Inc. 5000. Once again, Jonathan Kirsting from the Pittsburgh Tech Council. Cannot wait to see you on the next one.